Hey guys, I'm Craig. Welcome back to my channel, All Nerd Everything, where I discuss all things film and TV show related. And I just saw the new horror film by Blumhouse Productions, Imaginary. Now, I didn't know what to expect going into this film. I saw a couple of teaser trailers from this film here and there, but I don't think I saw a whole trailer of it. I just saw the poster and maybe a teaser trailer. And this film, Blumhouse doesn't really have a whole lot of. I wouldn't necessarily say everything that they do is a 10 out of 10, but you can expect to be entertained from their, their films. Now, this film, Imaginary, is about a stepmother named Jessica who moves back into her old childhood house with her husband and her two stepdaughters, the oldest being Taylor, the youngest being Alice, and Alice finds this creepy looking teddy bear in the basement named Chauncey. And at first they think it's just some imaginary friend, and that she's just, going through a phase because she's a kid. But it turns out that Chauncey isn't just some teddy bear, and there's more behind the teddy bear than just it being Alice's best friend. And it turns out that this teddy bear Chauncey is manipulating Alice, and it goes back. I mean, is manipulating Alice, and it goes back to Jessica's childhood, and what's happening to Alice is exactly what's happening to Jessica. So there's a connection there, and they try to find a way to connect the dots to try to defeat the the spirit or what's going to take over Alice. And it seems like the only one that can have some sort of connection with these spirits or with this demon that's lying inside this teddy bear are children. And this movie being PG-13, I like the concept of the film, but overall it failed to capitalize on the premise, especially considering the ending of the film. I don't want to give anything away, but considering that this film is called Imaginary, it fails to capitalize on the title of the film, and the themes it tackles is pretty good. But overall, this film, it being PG-13, puts a lot of handcuffs on horror films. And this was my exact same problem with Megan. I know a lot of people like Megan. I was disappointed with it because it being a horror film, which Blumhouse also produced, that they didn't capitalize on the film at all. I mean, there's little to no kills in this film and in that film as well. It's not violent enough and it's not gory enough. They wanted more people to see the film, which is why they made it PG-13. But doing a director's cut and making it rated R is kind of worthless. If I was disappointed the first time, what I mean, honestly, why would I go back and rewatch it? Megan, like I said, Megan was okay, but they could have made it more gory and more violent and should have just made it rated R in the first place. And that's the same exact thing that they did with this film. It wasn't gory enough, it wasn't violent enough. There were a couple of jump scares here and there that actually got me that were pretty good and unique. And the anticipation and the build up to the demon that we saw throughout this film was excellent, but the payoff was so disappointing. I mean, I don't want to spoil anything, but I think that a lot of people that have not seen this film, when you finally see what the monster or the demon or whatever you call it looks like, that's been that's been lying dormant with the bear, with the teddy bear that Alice has been talking to, you'll be very disappointed. It's kind of laughable and not in not in a good way either. I mean, they could have done anything and the monster doesn't even look scary at all. It doesn't even look that intimidating or menace or anything. This film was disappointing. I probably might not watch it again. I don't like the whole teenager as an asshole art with the stepdaughter Taylor. She was a complete bitch throughout the whole film. And how many times are they gonna do the adorable white kid talks to demons trope? I mean, they've done it, or dolls, demons, bears, whatever it is. But when I see a white kid talking to a doll or a teddy bear or something, and they're saying, and they tell me, "Hey, Henry told me to do this," I'm running the hell up out of there. I don't want any part of that at all. This is a very, very bad trend that's just going to keep going and going and going. But this film, great concept, but they wasted its concept. But like I said, lack of lack of lack of kills in this film. The monster wasn't scary. The only good thing going for this film is the jump scares are pretty unique, but other than that, wasted. This film is just a waste if you're not going to capitalize on the intensity of a horror film and the concept of what this film is about. But other than that, I'd probably give it 3.5 stars or 2 stars. But let me know what you guys think of this film. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next review.